planetary bodies, and we can go visit them. Minmus, that's our next destination after we're done landing on this. We might even go visit there before we land here, but it's a little ways, and there's an extra step. Alright, thank you for watching, joining us at Kerbal Space Program 1.8.1. We've just transitioned over into the new video. Where we left off is we achieved lunar orbit and have done a spacewalk, although we're going to do a series of spacewalks over different craters because we have multiple biomes on the face of the lunar surface. So I'm going to speed up to a lunar rise if you don't mind, and there we go. Let me check where we are in the map. So when I get over the top of this crater, I'm going to take a reading. Open this up. Alright, let's go ahead and go out and start our EVAs. I'm going to do an EVA report. And it says Mun's Midlands. We don't want that. We've already got that. So I'm going to come down here without falling off the rocket and see if I can grab this. How about this? Nope, it's too far, so I'm going to leave that there. I don't really want to do my retro dance in the lunar surface. So I can just leave those there, and they should be safe and not explode. Now, in the last set of videos, we did the what we call automatic return trajectory orbit. It's a beautiful thing. It's if you come up on your way to the flyby of the moon, if everything goes wrong, even if your Kerbals die, the craft comes back, it gets sucked into the gravity well, your circle becomes reduced until you re-enter the planetary atmosphere. But here, we have to actually know how to get home. And it's a little different than on the other planet because it's just a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get over the top of our crater so we can make those readings. Alright. So what I'm going to do is an EVA report. And I don't know if this is the far side crater. Let's look. Alright, east far side crater. Another 25 points. We'll take it. Oh, Lord. Let's go ahead and see if what this does. Okay, it's the same one we have, so let's just close it up. And we are ascending through what I call the canyon. Let's just go ahead and look at this. There we go. That's the view I like. And then, you know, we're pilots. We can fly like pilots, right? Alright, so here we are flying like pilots. If I actually want to view, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do this, and then something like this. and that's the canyon. And these peaks, this is the highest point of the moon. So if you're going to wreck into the canyons, it's coming right up. Let's look. I'm sorry. C button. It's right here. And it is, since we're 7-8, if you come through here at I think 64,000, you might clip. That's above the sea level. The moon does have a sea level. But yeah, that's the canyon. And you can ride right through that canyon to where you have mountains above your altitude, right and left. That's a fun thing to do, is go through the center of the canyon. All right, so to do that, I'm going to come up to this crater. I'm going to come up here. Let's warp here. Ah, I missed the crater. I actually overshot it because I was busy. All right, let's go ahead and put that back on 64. I still may crash at 64. I actually don't like to be below 67. All right, let's try that. All right, I'm going to speed time up. It won't let us go any faster than this. Wait. Is this the crater I already did the EVA in? Far side crater. Keep. Board. Alright, good. That means there's an east far side crater and a far side crater and the one I missed. So let's go up here. And what we're going to do is try to make that the same. And you can see we're going down. Our glide slope's down. So we're making an approach to the planet. Nine minutes. I'll slow it down. I'll go ahead and mark it manually. So there's a planetary body coming up on our horizon. So they're all around us. You just have to look. So my goal is to make them both approximately 6750. I usually say 7,000 feet, but I'll play around 6750. I've actually almost hit that thing before and had to point my rocket straight up and give it a little gas just to barely clear it. But I've also smashed right into it trying to find the height. Actually, maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm going a little bit by memory with my 6750 and all that. Maybe it's 56.7. You just never know. That's why you got to be careful. Maybe make a couple passes, measurements, right? So you see how it keeps getting close. I'll just make an adjustment. Bump. There we go. 6750 and 6599. So let's just put that right back. 6745, 6751. That's a 6 meter non-concentric. I don't know how even to say that. Alright, so let's go out of here. This is only a 6 meter variation. We should be flying on the 0. But we're probably flying close to the breast too. Let's go ahead and speed up our speed until the sun comes up. And we can see actually what 6750 feels like. Now, I've got myself set up for meters over terrain. We're just flying at like 2,000 or 3,000 feet. This is how we'd fly on Kerbal. But the canyon's the trick. Here comes Eve. Yeah, this is the crater I missed the reading on. So sometimes you can see how close you're coming. What you do is you set this at this angle, and then you try to see if this little line hits any ground. It looks like here's our closest spot, maybe right there, in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So we'll be able to see the countdown. Alright, why can't I see? Alright, so let's come in like a pilot, but put it upside down, and I'll show you why. Then when I go inside and I look up, that's what I see. Now I'm flying. It's more going to be more like flying underneath a bridge than anything else. Okay, we have reaction wheels trying to make adjustments, and they're over adjusting is what's happening. Alright, here we come to the canyon. Now remember I said that we can die in the canyon? And if I turn this off, you're going to see where we're at in relationship to this. 6744, we're closing in on it, right? Or have we just passed it? Wow, look, Jewel's coming up in the... So you can actually come through here and measure the altitude of your peak. And I have established, so you can just take my word for it, that this is the highest elevation on the moon around the equator. And if you go no lower than the peak of this mountain, you will never crash anywhere if you're concentric. So let's just see. I'm at 6744. I was comfortable at 6750. So as you can see, we are right on the edge of where we need to be. I mean, I think we found our mark. I didn't even look at the other side. You could come back around if you had to, but alright, so I'm going to go get that other crater report that I wanted right here. And then we're going to go home. And I hope you have time to get there. Looks like we have about 8 minutes. 12 actually. 12. 11 and a half at this point. I think. Yep, that's right. So I'm just trying to get to where the time acceleration stops. And you can see we are right there on the surface. And if I go, we're probably not as close as we look, but we can see our own shadow. If you can see that on the video, I can see it. Oh, and then it disappeared. There it is. It came up on a peak. And it goes back into the depth. I can see it. It's right in the zone right here. That means our sun's right up there. So anyway. Looks like my time acceleration slowed down. I'm right in the middle of it, so now it's time to get my EVA report. Moon's far side crater. Keep experiment and board. Oh, looks like I've already got that one. Alright, so when you're kind of faced this way away from Kerbal, this is one way to do it. And what we're trying to do is escape the gravitational pull of the moon and get back in the orbit of Kerbal. So I can just go opposite of the planet like this. That way when it releases us, the moon will travel away from us and not towards us. And you can see that right now. Now we have okay, so then in about 2 hours we can be here. Let's go ahead and watch the you can see we're accelerating away from the planet's surface. And now we're back in the orbit. Now, if I was real low on gas, I mean, just so low I'm flipping out, I would want to come back to this point in 2 days. It would be worth the 2-day journey. But if I have extra gas, or I'm not 100% sure, I can just kind of draw this down. See that? I still got 30, 22. And what you do is you put that down to, if you have a lot of gas, put it down on 70 and then draw it down manually. But if you're low on gas, and we're really not, but we're going to do it anyway, put it below, like at a 35. Let's go ahead and put it at 39, 38, and see what happens. So now we're time accelerating quite a bit, actually. You can see minutes are rolling by. It's a whole 6 hour. We're on our 7th, 8th hour, 8th hour coming up, 8th hour, 9th hour, and we've done all this in, 50 minutes. 10th hour. We can only do that with time acceleration. So now I'm going to accelerate again, take myself down to about 70. It should just stop automatically at 70. Okay, it looks like I may have just missed an opportunity to take a... Oh. Below. Never mind. Alright, so we're at 60,000 right now. And we really need to be in the... Everything's happened too fast. I needed to be right here. I'm heated up. Hope I don't blow stuff up. So this is where it's better to have a pilot, because you can just click the button and you're good. I'm going to retract my antenna. Yep, I just broke it. But it's alright, we have 2. And we do have a little bit of gas. So when we hit the bottom of our periapsis, we can juice it and assist. But you can see right now the mere fact that we do nothing is pulling that down. We may just not do anything. And we can see the number coming down really hard here. And we're not to the peak of our periapsis. We're still going down, and this number's closing. Now we've just hit the bottom, so the number needs to continue to come down. If it doesn't, we may get thrust back into space. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of give it gas right now. I'm gonna burn all my gas off while I'm at the bottom of my periapsis. And I just ran out of gas. So if we have to do this, this will be the last time. I mean, if we get thrust back into orbit. And the reason is because we're well above our 2250. We have escape velocity right now. We just need this apoapsis number to come down below 70, and we need this number to stop growing. See, we're moving up. We have a glide slope of plus 100 feet per second. We're moving away from the planet at this point in time. But we're also sucking in, so let's look at that. Okay, we're at 22 and 34. And until I'm at 70, then we're not going to make it. But it's okay, because we're only 13 minutes from here and 30 minutes from landing. Anyway, so that's coming in hot and heavy. We need to do this in the next 4 minutes so I can get this video over with before I hit the 29-minute mark. So I have no way to accelerate time until I get above 70,000 meters, so I'm kind of at the mercy of various forces. If we get cut short, you're going to be plummeting into atmosphere, maybe even your parachute drawn. The only thing you're going to miss is the final tally on the experience. I know we've got 100 points coming to us easy, because I remember a 75, a 50, and a 25. So that's almost 150 science points. But anyway, like I said, I'm trying to get to my 58. These numbers are still coming down. Look at them. So once I get to 70, I'll be able to click on the map and blip around until 70 again. One thing I might check while I'm on my way there is take a look and see, yeah, I have my panels, all my experiments are intact. I haven't even run experiments on this side, so my hope is that I land in a biome that I've never been in before, and I can take a material bay reading. Wait, can I do an upper atmosphere material bay? Yes. Okay, and then I can do an EVA. Boy, it's probably hot up here. Collect data and restore. Alright, I'm glad I remembered that, because this was my last opportunity before I'm at 73 now, so I'm going to warp here. Which we get to go speed 3 or 4. Alright, no crew report to do. I can review my stored data. Look, 22, keep. 2, 25, that's 50. 80, let's call it 90 for easy math. 115. 290. 300. 325. 325 experience points is what I think's coming. Alright, yeah, we're not going to make it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. All we're going to do is get sucked into gravity and 300 experience points, and I probably won't post that, but maybe I will. It's just going to be a short video at the end. But here we come, up on my mark. The 58-minute mark in the double set. You should see 29.